dreaming is the impossible. I've always been a very fantastical dreamer. I've always been very interested in this idea of that relationship, I guess, between a body that is in our reality and their consciousness of the person asleep being completely elsewhere. I guess there is probably an eeriness that I'm attracted to. I mean, obviously there are things that are just exquisite that I'm very susceptible to, I think. But then there is like these kind of strange amalgamations of things that happen, like a moment where the sun hits in this way, and I just find awe in them. But there's often a bit of an eerie kind of aspect to them as well. I think one can think of dreaming as like this, function where our imaginations are let loose every night. That is what it is in a way. It's like a kind of valve that's open on your cognitive faculties, and something happens there. An act of the imagination happens at night when you're asleep. To everybody, every single person is a creator of imagery and ideas in that process. Then also, when you think about all the disciplines that are to do with the imaginary, like, at the beginning of cinema, you have the Lumiere brothers that they wanted to document reality, and then Georges Méliès, who's like, oh, you can make someone travel to the moon, or you can make someone disappear, and looks at what the possibilities of how the imagination can be extended by the medium. And then there's the idea of what a dream can be, and then you enter the whole kind of utopian thinking and dreaming as a radical act or as an act of some kind of incipient politic. I think that's something also quite interesting, that this decoupling of fantasticalness and a politic has happened, where if you're addressing political horizons, it has to be done in this kind of social realist language as opposed to fantastical ones. I've often felt like, in a way, at the best of times in art making, when art making is at its most spiritual, I guess, there is definitely a sense of being some kind of transmitter or receptor-transmitter, let's say, that you're receiving some kind of affective artifact, and the making is the process of translating it into a language that can communicate with the viewer. In many ways, we all live in snippets of utopia of the past, like the idea that one could work in safe conditions, one could vote, choose one's sexuality. These are all ideas that would have been utopic at some point. We are not just porous towards each other here in our lifetime, but we're porous to the past and we're porous to the future as well. I guess the fantastical way of dreaming, liberation, let's say, for all, doesn't necessarily offer a blueprint. It offers just a vision of what it could be. But to me, that's how things often start, is by a possibility.
Have a little song, won't week long. Sing it right once or twice. Oh, lie to me, didn't I shake sugary? Everything I got is done in part. Everything I got is done in part. Part